Good morning, my students, and welcome to your English class. Now, before we start with the topic of today, don't forget to practice the Halloween song, okay? The lyrics and the dance moves, because at the end of the month, all of us we are going to practice it together. We are going to sing it together, and we are going to have a lot of fun. So don't forget that. Now, let's concentrate on the topic of today. First of all, we're going to have a review of the previous topic, which was singular objects. Now, the word singular, do you remember what is it? What does it mean? What is singular? Singular means one object. For example, if I have two markers, are they singular? No, because they are two. If I only have one, is it a singular object? Yes, because it's only one. For example, if I have this eraser, this one, is it a singular object? Yes, because it's only one. These two books, are they singular? No, because there are two. If I only pick one, yes, it becomes singular object. Now, don't forget that in order to transform an object into singular, we must add an or a. And when do we put an or a? ¿Cuándo lo vamos a poner? Don't forget, if the word begins with a vowel, si nuestra palabra empezaba con una vocal, we add an y vamos a agregar an. And what are the vowels? Do you remember the vowels? A, E, I, O, and U. Those are the vowels. If the word, one more time, if the word begins with a vowel, we write an. But if the word doesn't begin with a vowel, we only write a, okay? And in that order, de esa forma, our object, nuestro objeto, becomes singular. Se convierte en singular, which means only one. Now, next to me, I have several words, several objects. Before we start with singular activities, let's see what objects are they. The first one is a banana, okay? Bananas, remember, those are fruits. The second object is a car. Now, car, it's a means of transportation that it can take us to several places. The eye, it's a part of the body, and these are eyes, okay? This is the eye. The parts of the body, we're going to see it tomorrow, so don't forget to be here. Now, the fourth object, ordinal numbers. The fourth object is a ball. Now, a ball is a part of the toys, and we can play it with our hands or with our feet. Let's continue with the fifth object. The fifth object is an igloo. Now, what is an igloo? An igloo is the house of the penguins, okay? The penguins, when they are going to sleep, they go inside the igloos. Let's continue from the other side. The owl. Now, owl is an animal that appears in the night, okay? When all of us, we are sleeping, the owl comes out and make noises like those are owls, okay? Let's continue with the unicorn. Now, the unicorn is like a horse, but contains several colors, okay? Now, the other object, it's a flower. Let's continue with an ambulance. And the last one is a lemon, which is part of the fruits, okay? Now, we already know the objects, ya sabemos los objetos. Let's transform these objects into singular, into only one. For that, let's remember the rules. If the word begins with a vowel, we write an. So let's start. This one, banana. The word banana begins with the letter B of Brenda. The letter B, is it a vowel? No. So we write, escribimos a. A banana. Una banana o un plátano. Now my word is singular. Ahora sí ya lo pasé a singular, okay? Excellent. Let's continue with the second example. Car. Now car begins with letter C. Letter C. Is it a vowel? No. So what do we write? An or a? A. A car. Okay? Only one. Let's continue with I. The word I begins with a small e. Small e. Is it a vowel? Yes, it's right here. So what do we put? An or a? An. And now my word is singular. An eye. Un ojo. Let's continue with the other one. Ball. Ball begins with the letter B. Now, letter B. Is it a vowel? No. So, an or a. We choose option B. A. A ball. Only one. Let's continue with the glue. For a glue, the word begins with letter I of Indian, of Irma. The letter I, is it a vowel? Yes, it's right here. So what do we put? An or a? An. According to the rule, we have to write an. An igloo. Un igloo. Let's continue from this side. We have the owl. Now the owl begins with letter O. Letter O. Is it a vowel? Yes, it's right here. So what do we write? An or a? An. An owl. Búho. Let's continue with the unicorn. Unicorn begins with letter U. Letter U. Is it a vowel? Yes, it's right here. So, an or a? An. An unicorn. Let's continue with flower. Now, for flower, we begin with the letter F. Letter F. Is it a vowel? No, I don't see it here. So, an or a? A. A flower. Only one. Let's continue with the ambulance. Now, ambulance begins with the letter A. Letter A. Is it a vowel? Yes, it's right here. So what do we write? An or a? An. An ambulance. Okay? And the last one, the lemon. Lemon begins with the letter L. But if we want to transform it into singular, into only one, let's see our options. So lemon begins with letter L. L. Is it a vowel? No. So what will we write? What do we write? An or a? Letter A. A. A lemon means only one, which is singular, okay? Very good, my children. Now, don't forget to practice these singular exercises in your teddy books, okay? Try to remember the rules. If the word begins with a vowel, we write an, but if doesn't begins with a vowel, we write only at, okay? Very good. So that's it for today, my children. I hope you have an excellent day, Okay, don't forget to practice the Halloween song. Don't forget to do the activities of today. And don't forget to be good boys and good girls. Okay, remember that the teacher loves you very much. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.